Hi everyone, good evening to all. Yeah, am I audible and visible to everybody? Before I begin, just confirm me once am I audible and visible to all? Once you'll confirm, then I'll begin with the lecture. Because today we are going to discuss really something important which may help you, in multiple things. Multiple things including how to crack the Gen C. Right? Anyhow, Cognizant GenC is live now. And you need to prepare for it, right? There's no other option. And here I can help you today with the specific pattern. Okay, so these are the few questions. If you prepare, you probably crack it. All the resources I'll give you today, and we'll do some previous year question papers, like questions by which you will have an idea that okay, if I'll do these kind of problem statement, I can easily crack the Cognizant GenC. Right? Am I audible and visual to everybody? Hi BK. Hi Jathar. Guys, tell me, am I audible and visual to all? Okay, once you'll confirm, we'll have a probably more energetic session. And there we will try to figure out that, okay, what should be the roadmap, what should be the problem statement. Hi Rutvik. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. Thank you for the confirmation. Yeah, today I'll tell you what are the previous year question paper that we'll first think about it. I'll tell you the pattern structure, okay, what I'm going to do today. So here we'll talk on multiple things. One is that previous year questions. Okay. Second thing which I will do here, we'll talk about the pattern. That okay, what kind of questions they ask. Third thing, we'll talk about the resources. Okay, how you can prepare, and then we'll solve all possible Q&A. All the questions that you have in your brain that you think you must know the answers, we will explain all of them. Making sense? But before I begin, tell me, how's the energy? The most important thing I want to hear from everybody, how's the energy? Because when this is high, only then we can deliver, right? A katakat session. Tell me, how's the energy? How's the energy? Is it high? If this is high, you have a confidence, okay, you can do something. Definitely we can do something. Tell me in the chat. Okay, so here we have a one problem. Very high, very nice BK, very nice. How about that? I want to hear from everybody, how's the energy? Okay, because it should be high for all. We should have an engaging session. You should feel like okay, you're interacting somebody with offline and not online. Right? You should have that level of feeling. I really don't want this thing. Only then we can deliver something meaningful. Perfect. Yeah. So now here we have a problem statement which says Riya Pandey's teacher has asked her to. And this is a previous year question. Okay, it's not created by me. It's a previous year question. So now Riya Pandey's teacher has asked her to prepare well for lessons on seasons. So okay, there is somebody Riya, and her teacher has asked to prepare on seasons. Okay, when a teacher tells a month, teacher will tell a month. So this is teacher. Okay, this is teacher. Now she needs to say season corresponding to that month. So when teacher will tell a month, like month name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then here Riya have to tell. What which season is this. Okay. Now again write a program to solve the above task. You need to write a program that may be in Java, maybe in Python, or maybe in C++. So you have the choices. Now again spring season basically March to May. Basically March treated 3 to 4. 4 and 5, correct? Now again summer season is considered June to August, basically 6 to 8. Now next season autumn September to November. So September begins with 9 and November 11, correct? And now winter begins with December, means 12 to again 2. Right, 12, 1, 2. That's what the range we have given, right? So now you understand the problem. Trust me, Cognizant is not a tough thing. Cognizant is an easy thing, and everybody will crack here when those are putting the focus, those are putting the effort. They will crack it. It's not that difficult, but you can expect questions from medium to intermediate, like intermediate to hard something, right? Easy problems will also be there, but I'll tell you what hard level is possible. What are the specific data structures you need to master by which you can crack it, right? So again, let's take an example. Here we have simple input. Somebody is entering 11. This time answer is autumn. Why autumn? You see this 11 comes here, correct? So you can solve this with the approach of what? Who will tell me the solution? Who will tell me solution? How we can solve it? That either I use if else, correct? Either I use if else or 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 what I can use, switch case, correct? Two choices I have, yes or no? Two choices I have, that okay, I will have a if else conditions where I'll say that okay, if month is, let's say, a 12 or 1 or 2, I can use an or operator. When this is the thing, I'll give this thing. Otherwise, I'll check for something else, then I'll give you something else, right? And at that, if something is not coming, then I'll say invalid input. When the month is greater than 13, I'll say like greater than 12, it's not possible simply. Then we will say what? Tell me. We will say it's an invalid. Make sense? Very nice, VK. Yeah, others. I also want to hear the name of other people. Tell me once you write the comment. Probably I'll be getting your name. Right. I'll be knowing that okay, who is watching me. Okay, Vesnabi, hi. I hope you guys are enjoying. Okay, Ritvik. Now moving to the next thing. Here, this is the solution which we already know. I'll just give you the reference. It's not difficult for anybody, but now you have an idea. Okay, what can be the solution? Here, this is a Java code. You can have in any language. Simple thing. We are just taking one like message. Okay, enter the month. We are taking the input with the help of scanner class, and we're importing serial on the top. After that, I'm having some case here. So once I will have an entry, I will have a case that okay, if I have case from 12, 1 or 2, I will say what? Tell me. I will say okay, this is a winter season. This is the winter season, correct? When this is a season, something like this is a month like 3, 4, 5, I'll say spring season. When this is this thing, I'll say summer season. When this is this thing, I'll say autumn season. Otherwise, I'll say invalid month. Tell me, is this solution making sense to everybody? Everybody, please tell me, is this solution making sense to everybody? That okay, I will have a switch statement where I will put the entry. I can have the multiple cases all together. Any of the case matches, I'll say okay, this is the season. You can have a if else, you can have a switch case. Both are the possible solution. How many of you are able to understand? Hi K Jathar, hi Light Mind. Okay, very nice, very nice. Perfect. Now moving to the next thing. Here, this is a problem number second. Asked in the again previous year question of the Cognizant GenC. Right. GenC is basically somewhat easy to intermediate, not that hard. Right. So now here, to speed up H communication of generating unpredictable rhythms, Blue Bandit wants to list the prime numbers available in the range of numbers. So remember one thing. These companies, all these services companies put a story. Okay, they do not ask the problem directly, they put a story. So you must be very good story reader, only then you can make lots of sense. Okay, so you must have good reading skills. Okay, write a Java program to print all prime numbers in the interval a to b, and a and b both are inclusive. Inclusive means they will be combined, right? So for example, here we have here, and also they have to note input 1 should be lesser than the input 2, because range, if you have a range a and b, so the thing is range a should always be less than b, it cannot be greater. If a is greater, we'll directly say invalid input. Okay, range must always be greater than 0. This is also the condition. If any of the condition mentioned above fails, then display provide valid input. Now again, use the minimum of one for loop and one while loop. So you can use one for loop and one while loop. What you need to do is just need to print the prime numbers in a range. Not a difficult problem. Yes or no? Not a difficult problem. That's the thing you have to do here. For example, you had range 2 to 15 and you know that prime numbers. So prime numbers are the numbers which are divisible by themselves or 1. Other than nobody can divide it, right? Like itself and 1. That's what you can have it, and that will call as prime number. We know. Right? Everybody, all of us understand this simple thing. Please tell me, making sense or not? Does this make sense? Does this make sense? Everybody help me out, please. So now here basically I have this thing. Here I'll have this thing, right? 2 and 15. What I will do basically, here I have number 2. I can go till 15. So again 2 is also a prime number while 15 is not, because 15 is divisible by 3 and 5, right? So it has a more than 2 factor, right, including 1 and 15 itself. So here what can be the other prime numbers? 3 is a prime number that you know. 3 is not divisible by anybody else other than 1 and 3. Next is 5. 5 is not divisible by 5 or 1 other than itself, right? Now again another 6. Next is 11, right? And next is 13. So these are the prime numbers which we can have here, right? And we will write a logic to have a prime number. When you have entered the value of a and b as 8 and 5, look at this is invalid, because the condition was correct. Correct, BK. So now the condition was that okay, A cannot be less, like A cannot be greater than B, but here it is, right? First range should always be greater than, right? Like first range should always be lesser than the range 2, but here this is not happening, right? This is false. So here when this is not matching this condition, we'll say please valid input, right? Please provide valid input or something. This message provide valid input, we will hit or we will say to the user. That's what they have been asking, right? That's what they have been asking. Perfect. Now moving to here, what could be the solution here? Simply here we will check with all the possible conditions. One condition is that okay, first I will take the input, I will have both the ranges A and B. I have both the ranges here A and B. Now again I'll take up one flag by which I can identify. Okay, basically what I will do now, basically I'll identify it's a prime or not. BK is putting the condition, making sense. Camera on रहता है क्या? Yeah, JS, camera तो on रहेगा यार, obviously, है ना? They will check like somebody is cheating or not, so that will be there. Okay, now here we had a condition that okay, if your A is less than 0 or your B is less than 0, any of them are true, or your A is greater than the B, we'll say invalid input, correct? Otherwise, now we will write the logic. Here this is an extra statement while. So here we have this thing, while A is less than B, we'll check. If this is a A is equals to 2, but directly we will say, okay, this is a prime number, we will print it, right? We are using print, not printer, and by which this should not take a new line. Next thing coming here, again, if A is equals to 1, I'll move ahead and continue. Here I come back, I really don't need this thing, inner and outer. Now, we were using labels here. Yeah, one simple other solution can be possible. Now I'll just tell you, this is the one solution which is available. Or here you can have the multiple other solutions also. So that I will explain you. What you can do basically, you can define a function, let's say check prime or something. So I use a VS Code to write the code. How many of you want a live code? If you'll say a live code, I'll write a live code in different way. Right. This is also a good way, but we can have another way also. How many of you want a live code? Or this is fine for everybody? Tell me. How many of you want a live code? So can you code in any language in exam? Yeah. We can. GenC exam में coding आते हैं. Of course, Soumya, there is a coding. Okay, there is a coding. In the interview round also, and in the live code, okay, we'll go to the VS Code, okay, and I'll try to write one live code. So I'll just go to the VS Code, and this problem we will try to solve. Okay, we will try to solve. Here, where I can find my VS Code, if I can have somewhere. Here I'll open something, if I have. Here I don't know, but somewhere, let's say, this is a one existing batch which is running, and here I'll create another folder. Let's say byte, and in this byte folder I'll create a new file. So file name is that, let's say a prime.java. Okay, so here you can have a both, and also Java and C++ mostly they are similar, but I don't have a setup with the C++, that's why I'm not writing the code in C++, but I'll explain you. Both are almost same, so you won't have, sir, SQL bhi cover karega kya? Of course SQL will be there in the technical questions. For cluster 1, is it compulsory to code in Java? No, this is not mandatory to code in Java. Okay, this is not mandatory to code in Java. Now here I will have public static void main, and here what you can do is now you can have a method already defined here. Okay, let's say here I'm writing static, and here I will not return anything from here, and I'll say check prime. So basically what I'm saying you that you can define a function or method which will give you that this number is a prime or not, and receive a number here. Let's say num I'm receiving here, and then you can write a logic here. That okay, if what num is equals to 2, you directly print it. Okay, so I'll just do south. Here it's not returning anything. It should return here. Let's say I'll return integer. So int, and I'll print somewhere else. Okay, I'll print somewhere else. Okay, I will print somewhere else. So now here what I'm saying that okay, if there is already, so what do we do in cluster choosing sir? What do we do in cluster choosing sir? So in for language you have multiple choices. Okay, you have multiple choices which you can use. So, but now here let's focus on this problem, then we'll answer all the possible questions. For on campus, they mention that cluster 1 is mandatory. If that is a on campus, okay, then it's dependent on your college how they are coming. If they are saying Java, then Java is mandatory. Okay, if they are saying Java, then Java is mandatory for your on campus. Cool. So now here I'm writing, if this is the thing, then in this case I'll return, let's say, a 2 itself. But when this is not a scenario, I'll just write here for, one thing, a number. Here I'll write basically int I is equals to 2, I should be less than math dot square root sqrt of num. Okay, here is equals to, I'll tell you, this is the optimized approach that's I'm writing here, and I'll tell you the meaning of how this is working. Okay, we'll do the dry run. Okay? That won't be that difficult for you guys. So now here, basically what I'm writing this thing, you see this. Okay, you tell me one thing. 16 is a prime or not, how will you identify? If 16 is not a prime number, that time it will definitely be divisible by some number which is less than or equal to its square root. Means 16's square root is 4. Yes or no? So the number 16 will be divisible by at least by less than or equal to the 4. Always remember, when any number is a non-prime number, in that case that number will be divisible by less than its square root or equal to its square root. If this is not divisible, you can say this is a prime number. Okay, you can say this is a prime number. So now here you write this thing, if num modulus I is equals to 0, if number is divisible, what we can say here, yaar, I really want to return a number, but I just want to put a check here. I guess I can return a true and false value rather than having this thing. So I'll return false here, like true here, and then again here, if this is the case, if this is divisible, I'll return the false here, correct? False here. At the end, if this is not the case, I'll return the true here. And that's what they have mentioned, that you can use maximum of, sir, but previous year placement from Cognizant, they choose Python cluster, but they gave the most questions came in Java. What to do in this situation? Yeah, prepare for multiple languages. Light mind, prepare for multiple languages. I'll say because they are not that difficult. Yeah, they are almost similar. But in your college, you can have a confirmation because it's always dependent. It's a thing about, I'll just have a kind of class here. When this is a thing about your school or college, in that case, your college decides what they'll ask. They will give you the pattern previously. System.in for taking the input. I'll take the input. I need to import this scanner class, and I did new scanner. Okay, and now here I'll take the input. So here int, let's say a is equals to sc.next int. That's how you take the input in Java, correct? Next int, and then here what we'll do? We'll do int b is equals to sc.next int. Here you write this thing. Here you can have a condition that, okay, if my a is less than 0 or equals to 0, okay, or your b is less than or equals to 0, or your this thing, what we call here this thing, I'll say if this is the true, that your a is greater than b. In this case, we will print here invalid, provide valid input, correct? Provide valid input. This, I guess, is a good solution. Previously we were having something else, and here in the else you can run the loop. Right? Use one while loop here. Let's say, starting from a should be less than inclusive, है ना? So this is a should be less than or equals to b. Okay, and now here what you will try to do is that you'll write here that, okay, if what, pass this function check prime, if this a is prime, in this case print it here. South, here I will print, not on the new line, on the same line I will print this thing. And remember, this is very important. Okay, here I will print this thing, plus I'll put a space here. And now what will happen here, we will pass the particular number. If that is the prime number, it will be checked from here, right? If this is a prime number, then you will print it here, otherwise you'll skip it. Correct? You'll keep doing it, and every time you need to do a++. This will run till b, right? And here we'll try to run this thing. I'll just do cd. We have byte, correct? Now I'll write java c. The file name was prime. I'll just run this thing. I'll run java. I'll write prime. and we'll run this thing. Let's I'll put first range as 2, okay, second range as 15, and look at this, we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 working perfectly. So I hope now this approach looks quite easier for everybody. I hope this approach looks quite easier for everybody, right? Everybody, please tell me what you can do in any language. You just write a while loop where you pass a number from A to B. You write a method basically which will tell you this is a prime or not. If this is a prime, you print the number, otherwise you'll avoid it. Everybody, please tell me, is this clear to everybody? Is this clear to everybody? Right, I don't think so. You need more explanation in this. If you need, then write the comment that you need dry run or something. I'll give it to you. Otherwise, we are good. Right, otherwise we are good. So now here, we understood this problem. I have just given you the another basic possible solution. Now again, coding is very important for two things. One, for the online assessment. Second, for the interview. Okay, no matter you are cracking your online assessment or not, but an interview they will ask. They have a favorite data structure for the interview. 420 batch offline campus link. Somebody will help, please. Somebody who's monitoring, give the link for the new channel if we have here. Now again, look at this. Remember one thing, for the interview purpose, this thing is super important. Which thing? Link list. For the coding exams, arrays are super important. These are the topics which they will ask. Arrays are super important. Then strings are super important. Number series important. Mathematical logics are important. Then here, ASCII rate values are important. Advanced matrix. And here, this thing, stack and queues. These are the very important topic which you should master. Okay, which you should master. And after that you should be very good in the link list for the interview especially. They have the favorite one, this thing, interviewer. So make it a note here. This will help you a lot how to apply for Cognizant. Yeah, that Lahari, when the link will come, Prepinsta will have an update and you will get it from there. That will not be a problem for you anyway. Okay. Now again, now coming to the next thing. Okay, these are the common thing which you need to learn anyway. So what are the resources which you can, from where you can prepare for the Cognizant? Remember, always remember, make it a one note in life. People who fail, they have only one problem. They don't have a structured learning. Why most of the people pass 10th and they fail in the coding online assessment and other things? They pass 10th and 12th. Okay. But they fail job assessment. Why? Why do they fail? The only reason they do not have a structured plan here. That's why they fail. They pass because they had a structured plan. Trust me, that's one of the most important thing or advice I can give you. So here, people, those are having a structured plan, structured learning, they were able to pass because they had a structured thing. Here, job assessment, they fail. The only reason because they don't have a structure. They are thinking like, okay, we'll do randomly. Sir, is it on-campus placement? Nayan, on-campus depends on your college, but it's off-campus. Okay, so you can apply online and you can have an exam. Okay, now here, remember, if you do not have what? Structured plan, you'll fail the assessment. Simple. So from where we can have a structured plan, there are two courses available: coding basic and intermediate coding, or the complete Cognizant prep. Complete Cognizant prep. GenC prep. Okay, I'll give you a reference. On their official website, Nayan, there are different video available on the Prepinsta itself. Go and check it out. Okay, you will have an idea. Yeah, just go to the Prepinsta Prime. Very good place. I'll show you how this looks like. You go here, you search for Cognizant GenC here. Okay, Cognizant GenC. Here you will have everything. You will have everything related to your Cognizant prep. Complete and detailed practice, including coding and everything. For the coding especially, you can prepare, like refer other courses also, and this courses also. Okay, so now here for more coding, I'll just leave this place and I'll write basic coding. This is important here. Trust me, this is very important. So basic coding course, refer this thing for your preparation. Okay, basic coding in Java, in Python, whatever you feel like, go and refer this. You will have, trust me, one of the best possible practice. Again, for the problem solving, you can have one more resource, which is Prepinsta 150 not out. Okay, not out Prepinsta. These questions, the topic I have highlighted here, in our PPT, the topic I've highlighted here, you prepare all these topics here. If you want to crack now, you have to prepare these topics. This is the free resource, right? This is the free resource that you choose these topics, have a good and probably one of the best possible practice on these topics. Go and prepare them. Go and prepare them from here. You will have probably one of the best practice, right? Once you have done this thing, if you really want a structured planning, Mr. Prime is the solution. How to get this thing? Go here, and I'll tell you at the end how you can get it for free also. So here you'll search for the Mr. Prime. I'll search for Mr. Prime purchase page. Here it is. If you really want to buy it, you come here and write. If you want a financial aid, you think like, okay, sir, can I have some discount? Look at this. This is not that costly. Cheaper than your tuition fees which you're paying in the 12th or 10th, right? So here you put a coupon code Pandey sir in capital, Pandey sir, you will have a discount, immediate 10% discount. You see this? You have this discount. So if you want to have a Prepinsta Prime to boost up, or you have a structured plan, structured preparation to crack Cognizant, this can be one of the best possible way. Along with this, you will have 200 plus courses, including generative AI and AI courses. Somebody want to prepare for something else, they can have. They will have this option. So AI courses also are there, artificial and other also. Okay, so this one subscription can help you in multiple ways. Okay, so you have machine learning and AI. Go and learn this course for the AI if you have interest in the AI. Anyhow, this is the future. Okay, on the multiple other courses also, so you will have that choice, but have a structured plan. Have a structured plan. Okay, so I've told you multiple things. What are the resources, and one of the free resource which you can get from the YouTube also. Now coming to this thing, the last thing, you can have this for free, depending on the here how you're commenting. Somebody can comment really better in terms of, let's say you have solved 5 practice questions, putting the solution of them, right? It can be a best comment, right? You can have some like insights or something, that can be a best comment. So top 3 comments will get a Prepinsta Prime for free. Just ask and collect it. Again, if you want a real-time update, you have all these things, all these channels. Search Prepinsta off campus, prepinsta.com on the Instagram, on Google, anywhere. You will have multiple all these things. So you will have these places to join in, right? For preparation, remember I told you, choose specific topics, right? Practice 150 not out. Next thing, topic bias, not randomly, topic bias. Next thing, get Prime, right? Prepinsta Prime for the structured practice. Communication around preparation resources are not available in Prepinsta. They are available. They are available. Hello, they are available. Okay. Exam date, yeah, it's need to be announced. Nayan, it's not announced yet. It will be announced. Okay, this year it will be announced. Don't worry. And now somebody want to prepare for basic fundamental thing here. So somebody wanted here. I had one series on YouTube itself somewhere. So search for Lead Code series by Gaurav Pandey. You'll find out for free. Lead Code series by Gaurav Pandey, and you will have for free this thing. Lead Code series by Gaurav Pandey. Click on this, and you will have from the Prepinsta itself. Okay. So go to the Prepinsta, search for Lead Code series, and you will find it out. Here I have covered few good important questions. These questions can definitely help you to cracking your Cognizant. Okay. Some common questions you can expect, let's say, reversing an array, working with the matrices, palindromy strings, anagram strings. These can be the basic questions that you can expect in the interview or in the exam also. Yeah, any other question which you guys want to ask? Everybody, please tell me. And I hope you really enjoyed this session. I really loved it, your energy and everything, right? But here a one commitment you have to make yourself. One simple commitment that okay, you'll do it. You have to trust in yourself first, and have a structured plan here, and get it done. It's not that big thing that you cannot do. You can do. Trust me, I trust you that you can do. Definitely you can do. Everybody, please tell me. Any other doubt which I need to address here? Any other thing? So previous year question paper you can also get from the Prepinsta. Okay, it's for free. Cognizant previous year question papers. Search for, you will have Prepinsta. Go here and find it out. Okay, for free you go and find it out. Coding questions. Go here and solve. Go here and solve. Okay, figure out. High communication round is elimination. Yes, John, communication you must be very good at. If you don't know, you're not very good in the communication, it can be elimination for you. Okay. Yeah, somebody want to hear what is the best way to practice communication. When I was, I had a background from the Hindi medium, and I done my schooling from the UP board. But after that, the one approach I tried that, I used to record my own videos. I used to record my own videos where I'm explaining any project or something completely in English. Then after that, I used to watch it, and that helped me a lot. That gave me a confidence. I was able to figure it out that okay, where I'm making the mistake, what I need to improve, what are the words or sentences I wanted to say but I couldn't, then I done it. So how to apply from their official page? Okay, Sunny, from the official page you can apply, and also there is a separate video available on the Prep Insta. Go and search for it, you will have the complete detail. Okay, go and search for it, you will have a complete detail. So go to the YouTube channel of the Prep Insta. I'll write here Prep Insta by T, and here you will have a YouTube channel, and go here you will have something about the Cognizant GenC. You see this aptitude questions are available here, right? Then what are the eligibility criteria, everything will be here. Okay, here in the videos you can find multiple thing about this thing. Okay, here multiple thing, so you can from here you can figure it out. Okay, and again, for all the resources, remember, whenever you have to search something, search like something, let's say GenC, Cognizant GenC, dates to be announced, Prep Insta, you will have it. Okay, you will have it, all the details. You see this now here, Cognizant home, everything you will have here at the one place, all the researches here, date to be announced yet for the round 1 and round 2, what are the rounds, what are the syllabus, everything will be here. Anything else which I need to answer today? Everybody please tell me. Do I need to answer something else? You guys have any doubt, or we can wrap? But I must say, thank you everybody. Thank you for joining this entire class, and wishing you all the best. I know you guys will crack it. Right, you guys will crack it. It won't be a big challenge for you. Most welcome, John. Most welcome. Yeah, thank you everybody. Bye bye to all. Take care and have a structured plan here. Bye bye to all. Wishing you all the best again. Can I provide note sheet for solving problems? Oh, can you provide note sheet for problems? So here, that's what I've told you, na? This 150 not out can be your notes. Second thing, lead code series, which already available on the YouTube. Yeah, that's a cheat sheet I'm talking about, Sunny. That's cheat sheet I'm talking about. 150 will be really helpful for you. Topics I've already highlighted in this lecture itself, which topics you need to master more clearly. And another resource is your YouTube. Go and check out the lead code series by Gaurav Pandey. You will find out from there also. If you'll solve these problems, they will be more than enough. And I'll figure out the way if we can provide you, right? Okay, if we can provide you some specific questions list. Most welcome, Sunny. Most welcome. Anybody else who want to ask something? Do I need to answer something? Tell me. Otherwise, I'm wrapping up. But yeah, remember to visit this one place. Maybe you will have a structured plan. Coupon code for your help, which is a Pandey sir in capital, you will have a discount. Bye bye to all here. Take care. Bye bye to all.